Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my 12th commentary video, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to play the piano. So, I'm an expert piano player. I've been playing for around 12 years, and so I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and tricks that I've sort of learned throughout the years, so you guys can advance in your piano journey a lot faster than I did. So, the first thing I want to say with piano is it takes a lot of time to get good, so do not expect progress to happen super fast because it's not going to happen super fast, and that's sort of a thing you need to get over. So that's just the first thing I kind of wanted to get out of the way before we start this video. So the first tip I have is to play songs that you like, because if you're playing songs that you like, there's a higher chance you're gonna be more interested because you're you're gonna like the music and it'll be a funner experience for you. So that's just kind of the first tip. Now the second tip that I have um is to actually, so what you want to do is you want to go onto YouTube, or you want to go onto a sheet music. If you can read sheet music, then sheet music is good. But if you can't read sheet music, then what you can do is you can go onto YouTube and you can search for one of those videos where like the notes falls on the piano. And then if you click on that video, you can just kind of copy it, and it'll be good because you won't actually need to know how to read the piano sheet music, because that's where a lot of people get stuck at, including myself. I did not want to learn how to read piano sheet music, so I didn't, and I just kind of followed all the YouTube tutorials, and it ended up working well. I ended up learning a bunch of songs, and yeah. So another tip I heard from someone is to practice playing with your toes. So basically what this is going to do is it's going to adapt you to a new environment that a lot of people aren't adapted to. When most people think of playing piano, they just think of sitting down at a keyboard and they just think of playing the piano. But that's actually not a good idea because it's very in the box thinking. So what you need to do is you need to practice playing the piano by using your toes. And then that'll give you like an advantage over everyone else. You don't actually need to use the keyboard, you can just kind of use your imagination, right? But yeah, it's a very good way to practice. So yeah, so make sure you guys do that. Um hmm. Another, what's another tip I can give to you guys? So another tip is that the piano, if you use piano sheet music, it's actually gonna, you can, if you learn how to read piano sheet music, it'll be helpful because you can read the piano sheet music, because it's kind of hard to find the YouTube videos. Anyways, back to the thing I was saying, playing with your toes gives a really big advantage because most piano players do not know how to do that. And then another thing I heard from people is that you want to practice playing songs that are a little bit out of your league, because not a little bit out of your league. If you have a really difficult song, you can practice playing it, but just don't don't expect to learn the song. Like you could be practicing for months and months and months and like not even learn the song, and that's okay. That's expected. right? But what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick up on all these little tricks that people use to learn these more complicated songs, and you're gonna start implementing them. So even though you're not playing the more difficult song, you're still getting used to it, and you're still learning from it. So that is a very good tip that I've heard from some people around the block. And you know, these people that I'm referring to are very skilled piano players. So yeah, so they do have some good pointers. Why don't I have a chest plate? But yeah, so basically, getting good at piano takes time, so remember to be patient. And yeah, personally, what I like to do with the piano is, for my next tip, I'm gonna say, sit at the piano and try to play a song from heart. Like try to play it by just knowing how it sounds. And what this is gonna do is you're not gonna be learning in a traditional sense, but you're gonna be figuring things out, which is gonna give you a deeper connection with the keyboard. And then what that's gonna do is it's gonna allow you to figure out notes. So if on your own without using sheet music. So if you're playing the piano, for example, and you are learning a song, and this song has a certain note in it, and you're trying to go along, you're trying to play the song and everything. You might come across the note, and you might not know how to read it on the sheet music. But the good thing is you're covered, because what happens is you recognize the note from when you were learning it earlier, and then it sort of comes to your brain faster. So that is a really good tip on how to learn, on how to play sheet music better. And another thing I would recommend is make sure you learn your piano sheet music, because it is very important. A lot of people say that piano sheet music isn't really necessary, but I disagree with them, because I think that it is a skill that you should learn. Well, the thing with piano sheet music is it takes a really long time to learn. So I wouldn't stress yourself about learning the entire thing all at once. However, I would say try and practice sheet music like every once in a while. Maybe practice 10 minutes a day, and it'll give you a bunch of experience, and you can use that experience to read piano sheet music in the future. And even if you're not playing complicated songs, just learning tips and tricks on how to read the sheet music might be a good idea. For example, a lot of people learn to read only one or two notes, and then they just see how far the distance is from the other notes, and then they use that as a way to sort of read sheet music very fast, and so it sort of looks like witchcraft, but in reality, it's just a little simple trick they're using. So yeah, this is a very cool trick, and I wish more people would know about it just because of how simple it is. And yeah. So yeah, that's a very good trick. So yeah, so just to sort of sum things up, I think that learning piano is a very difficult skill to learn, and please don't expect it to be a very fast thing you learn, because it's not going to be very fast. It's going to take years and years and years of practice. But personally, as someone who plays lots of piano every single day, I think it was well worth my time learning how to play, and I do see it as something that I will be using in my future. So yeah, so for anyone who's interested in learning it, you have nothing to fear because everything is gonna go amazing when you learn to play the piano. If you follow the tips that I've been talking about in this video, you're actually gonna get there a lot faster. I I didn't know any of these tips when I was starting out the piano, and I wish I did know these tips because it would have made my progress so much faster. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I hope you guys have an amazing journey with your pianos. I'm gonna go now because turkey is almost ready, and I want to go eat my turkey. So I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.